I'm R. Prabha, Assistant Professor in the Department of ECE, SNS College of Technology. In this video, we are going to discuss the topic on latches for the course Digital System Design. So before going to see the topic, we must recall the previous topic, combinational circuit, and also we are going to see about the comparison between combinational and sequential circuits. A combinational circuit is the simplest type of circuit in digital systems where the output depends only on the present combination of input. Since it only depends on the present combination of input, no memory element is required, and example circuits are half adder, full adder, subtractors, multiplexers, encoders, decoders, code converters, etc. In sequential circuit, output depends not only on the present input but also the past output. Since it depends on the past output, it always requires a memory element. And examples of sequential circuits are flip-flops, latches, and registers. So the foundation of digital memory. So every digital device we are using around us, from smartphone to supercomputers, relies on fundamental memory building blocks which stores memory and maintain information. So here our topic, latches form the foundation of this memory hierarchy, serving as the smallest units capable of storing a single bit of information, either it may be 0 or 1. And we are going to discuss this latches topic in design thinking way. So in design thinking, the first stage is empathize. So here we should understand the need of latches. So the challenge in digital system is they require memory to store and maintain the information in terms of zeros and ones. And here the solution for this empathy is the latches, which serve as a basic temporary storage devices holding data until updated by new inputs. And now the question is how to reliably store this information without requiring a clock signal. So now, understanding user needs in digital systems, we have processing unit, control systems, interface circuits in digital system. So all these require to maintain and having the information, holding the information. For example, CPU needs temporary storage location to hold intermediate calculations and maintain state information between the operations. And control system also require memory elements to respond immediately to the input changes of real-time system control. Interface circuit need buffer storage to temporarily hold the data during the operations between different system components. So the solution is the latch. Latch is the basic building block of a sequential circuit capable of storing one bit of information. It is a bistable device, and it consists of logic gates. Either we can use NAND gate or NOR gate to build latches. And latches does not have clock signal. Instead of that, it have the enable line. And output changes only when the enable line is active or it is applied, and latches always level triggered. And now the defined part, what is a latch? As I said already, it is a bistable circuit with exactly two stable states capable of storing one bit of digital data indefinitely. And it consists of level sensitive operation because the output changes immediately with the input when the enable signal is active. And it has the outputs complementary. So two outputs, one is Q and another one is Q bar. Both are complement to each other, which ensures the reliable state condition. And the types are SR latch, D latch, gated latch, etc. So here SR latch, it is S and R used to control set and reset operations. And there is a problem in SR latches. There is an undefined state when both inputs are active simultaneously. And D latch, single data input design, which eliminates invalid state of SR latch by internally combining SR input logic gates. And third type is gated latches, which includes an enable signal that controls when input changes can affect the output, which provides better timing control. So now we are going with comprehensive logic analysis, that is the truth table, which contains the input output information, and SR latch truth table. When S and R are 0 0, it acts as a memory, and S and 1 are R are 1 1, the state is invalid state. And if set is 0, the output Q is 0. If set is 1, the output Q is 1. And since both inputs are high, it goes to invalid state. And D latch, when the input is 1, the output is 1. When the input is 0, the output is 0. And a prototype we can build as D latch by simulating and building. So for the circuit construction, we need a digital logic simulator. Either it may be Vivado and similar. And we have to construct a D latch circuit using NAND gates and connect input output operations. And signal application, we can apply different combination of inputs and also the enable signal and monitoring the output behavior of the output Q. And next is the transparency analysis. We can observe and document the transparency property, that is the output follows the input when enabled and which holds the previous state when disabled. So there are so many advantages of latches. Aggressive clocking. Latches allow for more aggressive clocking when it is compared to the flip-flop circuits. And it consists of design flexibility, efficient power management capability, time borrowing, and it is a compact size since there is no clock signal, and high speed performance. These are the advantages of latches. And applications. Latches contribute to so many applications in digital system design. Example, binary encoding, storage of elements, and circuit storage also the latches will serve more. And asynchronous systems, latches are used and also used in synchronous systems. Now assessment. So we can assess whatever we have learned so far. So first question is, what happens when both S and R inputs of an SR latch are high? The answer is it goes to invalid state, and because of this reason we are using D latch. And the difference between transparent and opaque modes in gated D latch, the answer is transparent mode enable equal to 1, the output follows the input immediately, and in opaque mode enable is equal to 0, output holds the previous state regardless of input changes. And third question, why are latches called level sensitive devices? Because they respond to logic level of the enable signal rather than the signal transition, that is edges, that edge sensitive, and making them sensitive to the duration of the enable is active. Summarize. So far we have seen why the latches are very important, and we have seen the empathy, why they are needed in digital systems, the types, different types and its characteristics, logical analysis, and also the advantages, applications. References. Thank you.